Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games. And today we're reviewing Thunder Road Vendetta, a roll and move race game for 2 to 4 players by Restoration Games. As you can tell from the cover, it's a game that's set in a post-apocalyptic universe where various lunatics decided to have a race involving weapons, landmines, battle wagons, and attack helicopters, all on dangerous terrain complete with hazards such as oil slicks, rock formations, and the wrecks of former competitors. Thunder Road Vendetta itself is the remake of the 1986 game Thunder Road by MB Games, where the Mel Gibson-like character gripping a steering wheel on the board art strongly hints at the Mad Max-style inspiration for this game. And I can tell you right now that this remake did not try to sanitize the original inspiration in any way. This game is just pure, unadulterated, stupid fun, where the laws of physics and self-preservation don't seem to apply. Each player has 4 vehicles and full permission to do whatever it takes to win. At the start of a round, players roll 4 die and allocate the rolls to each of their vehicles. Every player has 3 cars, 1 large, 1 medium, 1 small, and finally 1 attack helicopter. Only one of the 3 car vehicles has to cross the finish line in order for a player to win, which in turn makes the other 2 cars completely expendable and the bones of the fun of the game. Never having played the original 1986 game, I don't have a nostalgia factor for Thunder Road, but some lingering Board Game Geek reviews give the impression of a game that's initially fun, but not brilliant, as the mechanics are basic and soon become tiresome, as a poor die roll can punitively eliminate cars almost immediately, with things like small vehicles destroying much larger ones in one shot with a lucky hit. Other reviews are less kind and dismiss the game as rubbish. The work that Restoration Games has done with Thunder Road Vendetta, however, has changed all that. Firstly, they have redefined the combat system so it's a lot fairer where players have a series of unlucky rolls. Poor speed rolls can be amended with a nitro boost and positioning on the road, so even if you roll very badly, you have a fair chance of at least one of your vehicles staying with the pack instead of getting left behind. If your vehicles start getting eliminated, you can still roll 4 die, so you can still allocate the best results to your leading car. As part of a turn, players can shoot any vehicles directly in front of them with a special die, and every vehicle is able to take up to 2 damage before being made inert. And if players roll a 6 in a subsequent round roll, they have the possibility of repairing the vehicle to re-enter the race. There is also an attack helicopter, so if one player is literally running away with the race, other players can try to punitively shoot them off the road at least once every round to keep things interesting. The size of the vehicle counts, where having the heavier vehicle allows players to have a re-roll regardless of whether they're attacker or defender, but also in the sense that smaller vehicles are harder to hit if other players shoot at them. All very basic but well executed mechanics that makes rules explanation simple and game setup quick and easy. The fun, however, is in the random daftness and goat simulator pinball style physics that occur when cars crash into each other. If 2 vehicles clash, 2 die are rolled. 1 die indicates whether it's the top or the bottom vehicle that is moved, and the other is a direction die that indicates where the vehicle moves to. The person with the heavier vehicle can demand a re-roll, but if there's no heavier vehicle, then the result sticks and players can literally punt another vehicle out of their way, or indeed help them by punting the vehicle to space in front of them. Where this gets daft is when the punted car crashes into another vehicle, whereupon both dice are rolled again and the losing vehicle is punted into yet another direction. When the track is full, this leads to utter chaos, and the resulting vehicle can be pinballed all over the place, causing utter havoc before it finally settles. You might think this is frustrating because it slows the pace of the game slightly, but the utter absurdity of watching an A-Team style van get punted around the place between 5 other cars, only to end up back in the spot where it originally crashed into, is just stupid, good-natured fun. This mechanic is played about even further with damage tokens such as Blast Off, where players again roll 2 die, a distance die dictating how far your vehicle flies in the air, and a direction die dictating what direction they fly in. If the car flies off the board or into a natural hazard such as a rock formation, it is eliminated. And if as a result of a blast off they crash into another vehicle, the previous mentioned car clash dies are rolled and total and utter chaos begins once again, with a fresh round of pinball physics for the luckless drivers in your vehicles. One other damage token worth mentioning is shrapnel, where if a vehicle is shot by an opponent, shrapnel can ricochet in a random direction to damage another player. And it's happened more than once where the aggressor ended up having one of their own vehicles damaged as the result of a successful attack. The components of the game are excellent, with the cars being able to stack on top of each other for occasions where you decide the outcome of crashes, and the board itself comes in 5 pieces which are double-sided, so that the fundamentals of the race change accordingly depending on the terrain, with wide open areas being combined with alleys and choke points designed to wreak utter havoc. There is no set distance to the race, and the next allocation of the terrain board is random. Each board comes with random hazards such as oil slicks and car wrecks, and when a car moves beyond the front board, all the vehicles in the third rear board are eliminated, so it streamlines the game if players do not keep up with at least one of their vehicles. The game length itself is also excellent, because as soon as a player is eliminated from the game, the finish line appears and the first to cross it wins. This means that any luckless players that are eliminated from the game early are not stuck with significant downtime waiting for the game to finish before they can play again. I've played this game several times now, and with varying levels of players both new and seasoned, and I've had a great laugh with every game. Its simplicity makes it a great gateway game for new players, and its efficient and simplified mechanics means it doesn't overstay its welcome for seasoned and cerebral regular board game players. The game doesn't get too competitive, as the physics and concept are daft enough that it's impossible to take it too seriously. And even if you are losing, you can still punitively inflict chaos on other players for no other reason than devilment. Playing this game makes you feel like you're 8 years old again, and quite frankly, I love it. It's dumb, loud, absurd, and just great, great fun. As always, if you enjoyed these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until then, this is Sean signing off.